Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the next session on our subject, that is engineering economics, estimation and costing. So we have started our journey with by knowing the concept of what is meant by the word estimate, what are the roles or the duties that is to be performed by the quantity estimator, what qualities he has to bear for recognizing himself as a good estimator. Okay, after that, we have started our discussion and with the different types of the estimates. I think we have discussed this all the types in detail in our previous session also. So let's take a small recap within just 5 minutes about all these particular different types of the estimates. So we have started with the first type that we called it as the preliminary estimate. So in the preliminary estimate, we are having the different sections. It may be the road construction, it may be the particular irrigation channel, it may any hydraulic structure, or it may be your building. So for different types of the structures, how can you prepare the preliminary estimate? Once again, the same instruction for you. Please remember, these types are basically deals with the approximate estimate only. Okay, detailed estimate is a different thing. Okay, so in the detailed estimates where we are going to calculate each and every quantity with respect to the dimensions which are there on your drawings. Okay, but in case of your preliminary estimate, we are just considering some units or some assumptions we are having. It may be you just take the example of the service units. Okay, so in case of the construction of the school or the college, what you are going to assume? You are going to assume the number of students and the area occupied by each student. The area occupied by the each student. Or you take another example of a theater or a cinema hall where you are going to consider the number of seats that is to be required. Okay, for how much seats you are going to construct your particular theater or the cinema hall. Or it may be in case of your hospitals also, we are going to calculate the number of beds, the area occupied by a single bed. Okay, area occupied by a single seat in a cinema hall, area occupied by a single bench or the single student in your college or in your school. So based on that, we are going to decide the area and then we can prepare the approximate estimate for the same. So in the preliminary estimate, we have discussed this part. In case of your roads, we are going to calculate the excavated portion, that is cutting and filling portion. In running meter, we are going to calculate. Okay, in case of your bridges, we are going to consider it in case of that is in terms of the span that you have. Okay, in case of your hydraulic structures, okay, or it may be your sewer or the water lines, it depends on the area to be cultivated. Okay, whatever the crops these are being there, the area to be cultivated, and the type of water arrangement that is been there. Oh, okay, so preliminary estimate. Then we have discussed the part of the plinth area estimate. So in the plinth area estimate, which part we have discussed? Very simple thing we have to remember. Just a minute. Very simple thing we have to remember. Which part we have to remember? We have to remember the plinth area, that is we have to calculate it, and then we have to remember the plinth area rate. Okay, so if you multiply plinth area with respect to the plinth area rate, you will get the particular approximate estimate using the plinth area method. Okay, very simple one line formula you have to use. Okay, plinth area multiplied by plinth area rate. After that, we have gone through the next type that we called it as cubic rate estimate. Okay, so cubic rate basically L, B, and D, length, width, depth, or height. It may be. We are going to consider it, and then we are going to multiply it with respect to the rate which has been there for that particular construction. Okay, approximate quantity method. Here we are going to divide our structure into the different parts like your substructure, superstructure, and then we are going to calculate the quantities for the same. Okay, detailed estimate. Yes, this is the part which is the most important for you. Okay, in your whole journey. If you know this, if you have the good knowledge how to prepare the detailed estimate, you are not going to face any kind of problem. Okay, you are not going to face any kind of problem for preparation of the detailed estimate or for preparation of the estimate. So why? Because this detailed estimate actually it includes your reports, it includes your general specifications, it includes your detailed specifications, it includes your drawings, calculation, and the designs. Okay, Then analysis of the rates. This is again very interesting part for you. Okay, which is the part of your detailed estimate. Okay, so in the detailed estimate, actually you are going to learn each and everything. Whatever the things which are necessary on the site, you are going to learn it. Okay, so detailed estimate we have discussed. Revised estimate, the conditions we have gone through. Okay, when revised estimate we are going to prepare when the original estimate is going to exceed by more than 5%, or when the expenditure on the work likely to exceed of the administrative sanction by more than 10%. Okay, so in such cases, we are going to revise the estimate. Now, what is supplementary estimate? Again, it's a fresh or the detailed estimate of the additional works with respect to your original estimate. So whatever the new things that you are going to add, suppose you have to use, you have to prepare, you have to, what can I say? Improve the aesthetic view of the building. So what you are going to do nowadays, it is fashion. I think तुम्ही पाहिलं असेल जे तुमची घरं बांधण्यात येतात ना आजकाल, ठीक आहे, रोहाऊस म्हणा, और इन केस ऑफ दी ट्विन बंगलोज और दी बंगलोज, सी द फ्रंट वॉल ऑफ युअर होम. जिथे तुम्ही एंटर करता ना हॉल मधनं, सी द फ्रंट वॉल. सी फॉर द फ्रंट वॉल यू आर गोइंग टू सी द वॉल क्लॅडिंग. वॉल क्लॅडिंग तुम्हाला बघायला भेटेल. छान ब्युटिफुल टाइल्स दे आर गोइंग टू प्लेस. करेक्ट, पूर्ण टाइल्स असतात. ठीक आहे, पूर्ण त्या वॉलवरती, एक्सटर्नल वॉलवरती छानपैकी जिथे तुमचा डोअर आहे त्याच्या शेजारी एका स्पेसिफिक हाईटला अराउंड 6 to 8 फीट अराउंड हाईटला छानपैकी तुम्ही गणपतीची मूर्ती किंवा इतर कुठली तरी अशी मूर्ती बसवताय, तिथे बेल फिक्स करताय, आणि तो पूर्ण एरिया जो आहे हा ब्युटिफुल टाइल्सनी कव्हर अप केलेला असतो. आता बघा ते फॅशन आहे लेटेस्ट. ठीक आहे, जर तुम्ही बघितलं असेल. हे काय ऍडिशनल वर्क. प्रिव्हियसली दो इट माइट हॅपन दॅट इट वॉज नॉट इन्क्लुडेड इन माय प्रिव्हियस एस्टिमेट. But now I think, no, I have to improve the external view of my house. So what new things I can add? I can do the cladding. We called it as the wall cladding. If you visit the commercial offices, you are going to see the glass cladding. It's a glass cladding तुम्हाला बघायला भेटतो. Very nice. Such glass cladding. So it might be the supplementary estimate you have to go for. Okay, in that case, if you are doing some additional work, some extra work, which is not included in your previous estimate, that part you are going to study in detail. Okay, in your supplementary estimate. Then combination of the revised and the supplementary estimate, we have discussed the condition. We are very much familiar with that. Then annual repair and maintenance estimate. Again, we have completed this part. Now in our today's section, which part we are going to learn? Okay, so I will take a recap of our previous sessions, which was happened. Might be most of the students you have completed. I think you have attended my sessions in the advanced technical training. Okay, that is in estimated 2.0. Okay, so we have discussed this part for civil engineers, which documents are required. Okay, I don't know how many students have attended that session and whether they are present here in this session or not. Okay. So though it is somewhat little bit repetition for you, might be, okay, I will repeat for everyone because few students they haven't joined because they are completing their training session. So again, very small recap I will take, and what things we require whenever we are going to work on the site. These students, still only 33 participants are here in this meeting. Why? Just give me a minute. I will drop another message. Please tell your friends, those who are not in this particular meeting, so that they can also join this session. Okay. So the point that we are discussing is nothing but for civil engineers, which documents are required. Okay. It may be which qualities, again, he has to be here whenever he is going to work on the site. He must have the knowledge about the documentation that is required. Now, what kind of documentation? As I told you earlier, it may be your 7 by 12 abstract, it may be your permission drawings, it may be your structural designs. It may very important to understand the plans, structural designs, permission drawings, 7 by 12 abstract, it may be 8A abstract, it may be the search report, it may be the any kind of documentation. So you must have thorough knowledge about the documents which we have to maintain whenever we are working on the site. Secondly, we must have the knowledge about the quantity estimation by using the Microsoft Excel. Okay, by using the Microsoft Excel. Third thing, the RCC and the brickwork finishing. He must have knowledge about the RCC work, the detailed RCC work and the brickwork. Heat tendering, very interesting fact, as I told you in our advanced technical training also. Okay, you must have the knowledge about the heat tendering also. Okay, how to fill the tender, what documents are required for filling up the tender. Okay, again, we are going to discuss all these parameters in detail in our upcoming sessions. Then he must have the knowledge about the survey, because if you are unable to take the measurements, if you are unable to take the measurements, how you are going to complete, how you are going to complete, or how you are going to calculate the quantities required for the building work. Okay, so that this is the most thing. The next part which we have discussed is nothing but if you have the open land, what you can do, the owner, and if you submit your work to one of the contractor, engineer, or the developer. So in case of your building site, this is the chain we called it as. So we're having the surveyors, we are having the architects. Just a minute. Sorry for the disturbance which is incurred. So the point that I'm discussing is nothing but we are having the surveyors, we are having the architects, consultant on site, we are having good team, we are having centering contractors, the person who is going to do the work of brickwork and the plaster, carpenters, fitters. We are having the chain of our manpower. Okay, whatever the things we are using whenever we are working on the site. So that things are with us. Sorry for the disturbance. So the manpower we are discussing. So we are having the surveyors. What is their role? Just to take the measurements. Once again, I am repeating for everyone. Surveyor, he is going to take all the measurements. Architects, they are going to prepare nice plans. Okay, for your project. Okay. Then consultant, he will give you the details of the steel design or the RCC design. RCC consultant, he will give you the steel design and RCC design. Then you are having the centering contractor, you know the work of centering and the shuttering. Okay, centering contractor, he will look into the carpentry work, then fitting part and concreting work. Okay, fixing the plates and just making that preparing that form more. Okay, then brickwork and the plastering contractor, he will look after for the brickwork and the plastering work. But other services we are having, electrical engineers we require the plumbers, we require the firefighting system, and we require the painters also. Okay, so this is the part again we have discussed previously also. Next part, I think labor rates, everyone is familiar with. What are the labor rates? Different labor rates we are having. Okay, for architect, these are the I think of previous year. Okay, you can take you can expect 10% rise in this cost, or it may be as it is also. Okay, so architect will take your 5 to 8 rupees per square feet. Your consultants are going to take 4 to 7 rupees per square feet. Centering contractor 80 to 150. It is going to differ with respect to the different site conditions also. Carpenter 50 to 60 rupees per square feet. Then concreting 25 to 40 rupees per square feet. Then tiling 30 to 50 rupees per square feet. These are the rates which are been there. Okay, these are the, what can I say, market rates nowadays. If you are going to hire one carpenter, so carpenter will take, or the centering contractor will take around 80 to 100 rupees, might be 150 rupees also he can demand for your project. Okay, depend upon the site conditions that you have. Okay, that electrical and plumber, you all are familiar with that. Now the next part, I think next part is not you have gone through. RCC work, again, I think, no, this part we have completed. Okay, so in the RCC work, yes, you know the stages of our construction site. Okay, we're going to start our project, or if you work in office, you have to look after for the planning of your project, preparation of the schedulings or the activity charts, the estimation and the costing. That you can do it in the office. On site, what you have to do, you are going to start your project with the marking of the setback distance, that we call it as layout. We called it as the लाईन टाकल्यानंतर तुम्ही खड्डा खणता, that is excavation. ठीक है, then PCC, then footing, pedestal columns, then plinth beams, then PCC. Okay, then column lift, your column, slab, beam, retaining wall, overhead construction, everything. This is the different step. These are the steps that you have to follow whenever you are going to work on this site. Okay, whenever you are going to work on the site. Now next part, I think that part you have not gone through. Just a minute. Okay. I think there is a slight interruption of the internet connectivity. Yes. So I think in our previous slide, we have seen the term as a documentation. So why the knowledge of documentation is required for the civil engineers? Okay, and what are the different documents we have to maintain whenever you are going to work on this site? See, this is very interesting fact. Please keep this all PPTs, all screenshots with you. It will help you whenever you are going to work on the site, my dear students. Okay, I don't know why the today's attendance is very less, because in the morning session also I have checked your attendance, that is also very less. Is there any function or anything else today? You are having any training program? I think not. Everyone has completed your training and all that. Okay, so please, dear students, please give your training certificates to your concerned project guides, or yes, you can give your training certificates to the concerned project guides, or you can put your all the particular certificates in one of the Google form, which we are going to share very soon. Okay, might be today or maybe tomorrow, we are going to share with everyone. Okay, it has taken some time because of some other issues. Okay, but you will get it very soon. So I don't know why the attendance is very less. I think you are not serious about the subjects that you are going to teach. Please tell your friends, those who are remained absent. Strict action will get initiated against those students whose attendance is going to is very less, that is less than 75%. Okay, if you are in different state of mind that no sir, last time also we have done it in this fashion only, and we are benefited with all such things, no, you are under wrong impression, because in the final year you don't have any oral examination or the practical examination that is being conducted at the college level only. Okay, if you have that mindset, please brush up that particular concept. Whatever the externals being there for your exam, these are appointed by the university and which are industrial experts from the industries only. They are not any professors or any assistant professors who are teaching to one of the colleges. Okay, these are highly industrial experienced person being hired for your examination. Okay, so if you don't have any strong basics with you regarding the subject, no one will help you in that case. Okay, mark my words, no one will help you. So be serious about the attendance, and not only the attendance, just at joining the session, it doesn't make any sense. Please listen it very carefully. You have the quantity estimation, you have the DCS, very next important subject you are having. If you don't know the basics of the RCC design, ओके, प्री स्ट्रेसिंग म्हणजे काय आहे, पोस्ट टेन्शनिंग म्हणजे काय आहे, सर आम्ही चेक कसं घेतो, सर IS 456-2000 तुम्हाला अजून माहितच नाही, IS 456-2000 काय आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये काय डिमांड्स दिलेले आहेत, तुम्ही डिझाईन साठी काय पॅरामीटर्स यूज करताय, PMC ची जी माणसं असतात, प्रोजेक्ट मॅनेजमेंट कन्सल्टन्सी, ही लोक काय करतात नेमकं. If you don't have any documentation, if you don't have any basics with you, okay, it will be very hard, very difficult for you, okay, to survive on the field. Mark my words, it looks very simple, nice sir. Last time you have did it, I don't know, okay, but this time such tolerance I am not going to accept at any cost. Okay, attendance should be 100%. So give my message to those students who remain absent. Okay, all the consequences you are responsible for that. Okay, and not only the as I told you, attending, the performance in your online sessions. Okay, the performance in your online sessions also were monitored. Okay, and that will hamper definitely. Okay, you remember me at that particular moment. Please give my message to all your beloved friends, those who are absent. Okay, not going to take so much time on that discussion. All right, chalo. So what types of documents that you require? Okay, if somebody is unable to understand the Marathi, is there anyone who is not going to understand the Marathi? थोडंसं मराठी ते सांगेल मी, इंग्लिश मध्ये सोडून द्या जरा. Is there someone, is anyone who is finding it difficult to understand Marathi? Please let me know, so that I will take this part in Marathi little bit for your better understanding concept. Okay, your good name, roll number 56, A56. Okay, chalo. In simple English we will discuss them. Okay, so documents that is to be maintained, or that you must have some knowledge about these documents. Corporate documents, we called it as, it may be any government agency. Yeah? Here I have mentioned as PMRDA. Okay, okay. It may be any government agency. It is Pune Municipal Rural Development Authority. It might be any different authority, NHAI, SIDCO, HUDCO, anything. Then town planning department you have. Okay, so what works, what things, what stages you have to find. Okay, so first is preparation of all the file in the 3 stages. बघा, 3 टप्प्यामध्ये तुम्हाला तुमच्या फाईलचं डॉक्युमेंटेशन चालू करायचं आहे. कसं करणार आहे डॉक्युमेंटेशन? You have to start your documentation with the 3 stages, with the 3 different sectors, or 3 different points. Into the 3 different points you have to divide your whole documentation. 3 different parts मध्ये त्याचे तुकडे करायचे. First part, commencement of your project. Okay, commencement of your project. So in the commencement of your project, what documents you must have? What documents you must have? So at the beginning of your project, you have all the legal documents for your open land or whatever the construction activity you are interested to do. It may be 7 by 12 abstract. Please, you can write it down. It may be 8A. It may be the search report of that particular land. Search report for last 30 years, huh? Not only for 1, 2, it might be 10 years. Okay, go for 30 years. Why? Because whatever the, what can I say, land purchase, the process you are doing for purchasing the land. Okay, and if you have the search report of last 30 years, you will come to know who has taken the land, who has purchased the land, how many times this business was transacted for the purchasing of the land and selling of buying of the land and selling of the land. ही जागा जी आहे ह्या जागेचा किती व्यवहार झालेला आहे, ठीक आहे, कोणत्या कोणत्या व्यक्तीने तो व्यवहार केलेला आहे, मीन्स how many people are involved in this particular transaction, business transaction of buying the land, selling the land. Okay, so such report will help you you to know the history of your plot, to know the history of your land. Okay, that is why that it is very important. Search report, 7 by 12 abstract, then 8A, then permission drawings you have. Okay, permission drawings. So you are going to prepare the plan, correct? So that plan must get approved with the authority. It may be your time planning authority. Okay, they will check your plan and they will authorize it whether if it is technically correct. So after that, they will issue one very important document. That committee will issue very important document. We called it as the commencement certificate. I don't know how many of you are familiar with this part. Maybe some of the contractors from your class, they know it very well. Commencement certificate they will issue. What is commencement certificate? That is assurance that authority has given you permission to start the project. They authorized your plan. They have given you the legal permission to start the project. In simple words, if you want to describe what is the commencement certificate, okay, you have the legal permission to start your project. Okay, that is in one line you can define commencement certificate. Okay, at this stage you just understand this part. Then second is after the commencement certificate, you have started your project. After starting the project, you are maintaining the documents about the plinth checking also, whether all levels, all the points, 4 corners of your building are at same level or not. Okay, all 4 points are at same level or not. Plinth checking, they are going to check up to plinth checking. You have to maintain all the documents, whether it is correctly assigned, whether your all levels are at same level, all the 4 corners are at same level, whether there is any deviation. Okay, whether the plan is executed, whether your work is executed as per the plan and not. Okay, so in the middle stage, again, you have to maintain some documents. Okay, it may be with respect to the drawings, it may be with respect to the RCC drawings, steel drawings, bar bending schedule, whatever the things you have in your hand. Then completion certificate. Okay, now building completion certificate, if you go and if you demand your contractor or engineer, now you please visit in any market and you just demand them, sir, I have purchased or I have buy a flat, I have bought one flat from you 5 years before. Now can you please give us the completion certificate? If you go in the village or urban rural area of the Maharashtra, okay, and no one will give you. Okay, in urban areas also, no contractors are going to give, they are not interested actually to give you the completion certificate. Okay, actually that is the demand, or that is the right that you have, that you can demand for the completion certificate. Okay, but why they are hesitating to give you the completion certificate? Do you have some idea about it, why they are hesitating to give the completion certificate? Yes, that is what I'm asking you. Why they are hesitating to give you the completion certificate? Okay, not everyone. Huh? Out of 10 engineers, I will say 6 people will reject you. Okay, might be maybe in the last 2-3 years scenario has changed. Okay, but previously it was there. 6 people will directly reject you. No, sir, we are not able to give you the completion certificate. But that is the right that you have. Why that engineers are hesitating to give you the certificate? Because, dear students, you have to maintain 100% quality. you have to, whatever the construction activities are there, that is with respect to the drawings, by following all the rules and regulations. Okay. Again, what are the plans? Suppose you are having a, you have a plan which is approved for only ground floor, but you are going for G+1. So whether it's a legal practice? No. But still you are constructing it. Still that engineer is going to construct G+1. Okay. So many times what happens when the bank, what can I say? There is one concept of RO and VO, that is office verification, OV, and resident verification. Okay. That two parts we are having. So when, if you're interested to buy the loan from the bank will send one person with you, and he will just inspect your complete site, whether the drawings that you are showing and the part which is actually get constructed, whether these are matching with respect to each other or not. Okay. So many times what happens, we have to make some adjustments. I don't know why it is like that, but we have to make some adjustments. Okay. There might be some changes in our drawings. Actual permitted drawings are different, and we have constructed little bit. We have changed something. Okay. Though it's not the legal practice, but still we have to do that. Okay. So many of contractors, engineers, builders, if they know, they are very much sure, no sir, we haven't done with respect to the drawings or what are the specifications of the material. Might be you have mentioned, no sir, I am using Asian paints. You are just using some local paints, or you have the permission for G+2 and you are going for G+3 by the illegal way. Okay. So again, so that issues are there. I hope you are getting why I'm telling this. Okay. What is the reason for hesitating? ठीक आहे. बऱ्याच वेळेस असं होतं की काम जे आहे हे थोडंसं प्लस मायनस कुठेतरी झालेलं असतं आपल्याकडनं काम करत असताना. ठीक आहे. आणि त्यामुळं बऱ्याचशा वेळेस हा विरोध केला जातो. ठीक आहे. Dear students, less than a minute is left to conclude this session, first session. So please rejoin the session using the same link immediately without wasting much time of our lecture. Okay, so please rejoin the session immediately after the end of this session. Okay. Again, we will continue with this part of our discussion, and in next half we will discuss SSR also. What is state schedule of rate before starting our syllabus in aptitude. Okay. Now already we have started our first unit, but still to have some idea, we will explain the SSR also in our upcoming session. Okay. So please rejoin the session immediately using the same link after the discontinuation of this particular meeting.